got him. Let's go.
He's stabilized for now. What's going on? Prep the equipment for the procedure. Where am I? Looks like he's waking up. What's happening? Bring in the lobotomizer. Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
So one of my goals on the channel this year is to bring attention to movies that may have been forgotten in the past. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've seen this particular movie up until this point. I saw it on HBO Max and I took a shot, and honestly, I was not disappointed. Freejack is a 1992 sci-fi action movie starring Emilio Estevez, Rene Russo, Anthony Hopkins, and Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger. I didn't know I needed that cast until I experienced this movie.
No shit.
Let me set the stage for you just so you get an idea of what this is all about. This movie is one of those dystopian future movies from the late 80s and early 90s, similar to Demolition Man or even The Running Man. In fact, if I had to make a comparison, I would say it is Demolition Man mixed with elements of The Fugitive. Emilio Estevez plays race car driver Alex Furlong, not to be confused with Edward Furlong, who is used to having things from the future coming back to get him.
Why do you cry?
Alex is the target of a bounty hunter from the future played by Mick Jagger. The idea is that this bounty hunter collects younger people from the past, so old rich men in the future can live longer lives, because they have developed technology that transplants the old mind into the young body. The problem this time is that Furlong escapes before the procedure can be carried out, thus making him a Freejack. Freejack, huh? When I heard that title, I thought it was the story of how you went to jail that one time.
You snotty little bastard.
So now he's on the run and being chased down by everyone. And he's trapped in this bleak futuristic world that is very foreign to him. You have these slums that are completely poverty-stricken and people are really struggling to survive. And you have elite rich people living in these technologically advanced cities. And really there's nobody in between. It's amazing how real that actually feels given where we are in current society.
What is real? How do you define real?
My biggest takeaway for this movie was the world that was created for it. Back in the day in the 80s and 90s, movies just went the extra mile when it came to really selling the world building of their film. You really get a sense watching it how society is fractured and how one man's resistance to how things work actually uplifts the rest of the community, mainly the less fortunate. You also get a sense of the greed that is running rampant in this world.
I'd buy that for $1.
People are looked at as property, as a vessel for someone else to use. Basically, money can buy you anything. And it says something about how technological advances cause human beings to regress in some aspects. I think we see that every day in our world. Just go on Twitter and see for yourself. So this aspect of the story actually really resonated with me, and I wasn't expecting that.
You didn't see that coming.
I love the cast of this film. I always thought that Emilio Estevez should have been a bigger star than he actually was. To me, he's just so likable in everything that he does, and he brings a little bit of that Billy the Kid, Young Guns energy to this role.
I'll make you famous.
I will admit that Mick Jagger is a weird choice for the bounty hunter. Of course, Mick is not an actor, so some of his dialogue does come off a bit clunky at times, and it does take you out of the movie a little bit when you think about you're watching Mick Jagger trying to act. Although I do feel like he gets better as the movie goes on.
We got him. Let's go.
Sir Anthony Hopkins plays a small but pivotal role in this movie. It honestly felt like he took aspects from this character and used it in the character he played in the Westworld TV series. To me, it's a total flex having Anthony Hopkins in a movie like this. And in his one main scene, he steals the show like only Anthony Hopkins can. And if you think about it, he was just a year removed from the Silence of the Lambs at this point.
I'd like to eat her liver with some farver beans and a nice bottle of Chianti.
So to me, it was a big swing because he had a lot of clout coming out of The Silence of the Lambs. He's also got a lot of clout now for telling actors to shut up and act, but that's a topic for a different story. I enjoyed the Demolition Man-like visuals that are incorporated into the film. You got all these futuristic cars and guns and buildings, and it's kind of counteracted with the slums that they show quite frequently as well. Some of the action sequences are a bit underwhelming, but they are still entertaining in my opinion. I will say I was not bored at all watching this movie.
Jesus fucking Christ, it's about time!
Some of the effects, specifically in the brain transplant scenes, haven't aged all that well, but like most times, stuff like that tends to add to the charm of the movie, so I'm not really holding that against it. I'm honestly surprised that this movie doesn't have more of a cult following, because it has that feel to it. Also, if you take in the design and subject matter that's covered in this movie, it feels like something that people would identify with in today's world. It's not a perfect movie, and it is very cheesy at times, but it is a fun time, and it even manages to ask some difficult questions about society, about the class system or lack thereof, as well as technology having a way of corrupting minds. And it allows people sometimes to do things that are morally questionable. I enjoyed Freejack, and to me, it's worth a watch if you have the time. It is the very definition of a guilty pleasure, so that's why I'm going to give it the Cathouse.
Saved by kitty litter.
So have you seen Freejack? If you have, let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Right on.